Wow! This is the Treasures of Life show. And my name is Jonah Simba. My sign language interpreter for today is Giggs Bradley. Viewers, I'm talking to you today about your purpose. And I titled the show today, Purpose Shapes. And this is not just a talk for the young people. It's a talk for everybody. Because we, all of us, should have a purpose. It doesn't matter how old or how young. All of us should have a purpose. Let me encourage you. You can always visit our videos on YouTube. Science TV Kenya. Just type Treasures of Life show. Kindly remember to add the word show. Or you can go to Jonah Simba show and get my videos there. Comment. Learn. Let us encourage each other. Remember, the Treasures of Life show is an emotional intelligence show. I had somebody say it's a mental health show. Another person told me they feel motivated. And to them, the Treasures of Life show was a motivational show. Whatever you call it, we are here for you. Allow me to say that in case you don't have a purpose, I'm blind, so my eyes are already closed. If you can see me, just close your eyes for 1 second and then open it. Think of a purpose. Why are you alive? What will you be remembered for? Or let me put it better for you. What do you want to be remembered for? You see, when you have a purpose, it will shape your personality, believe it or not. When I'm talking about your personality, I'm talking about many things. How do you behave, for example? What is your behavior? How do you carry yourself? How do you conduct yourself, especially towards others? That explains something about your purpose. You know, sometimes I hear people talk. When I listen to you talking for some few minutes, I can be able to gauge. I'm putting myself in that mode of gauging somebody from their talk. So when I listen to you talking, I'm able to gauge to some extent your behavior. And you know, your behavior many times describes your purpose. Take for instance, for those who are Christians, I know I'm speaking to other religions also, Muslims and many other religions. But because I've come from a Christian background, let me speak of a Christian. When I hear a Christian talking, I'm able to gauge. Sometimes you can tell from the talk life. When someone is hopeful, you are able to detect the hope in their talk. You know, I once spoke to somebody and I asked them, because the last time we met, they were on a project. And then I remembered there was another project. So I asked them, how is your project? No. That project, it didn't do well. And the way they said it, they were even shaking. I could feel their body shaking. And then I asked them, how about the other one? Kwanza hiyo ndio ilinimaliza kabisa. Okay, for those who don't understand Swahili, that means, in fact, that one finished me completely. Well, you know, you are your own marketer. You should be able to market yourself, brand yourself in the way you talk about you. I love people who talk well about themselves. you know, I have friends who are girls, let me not say girlfriends, and when they talk about themselves, you just love them. Because of the way they present themselves, the way they market themselves. Did you know you can undermarket yourself? Did you know that you can talk less about yourself? Come on, if you cannot talk anything good about yourself, shut up. Let me advise you, shut up. Because you have enough haters. You have enough people talking against you. You have issues of life beating you down. Do you have a purpose? I know you are imperfect. I know you're a woman. Just a woman. Some say so. I know you're a man. Just a man. You're a PWD, person with disability. Just a person with disability. I know you're an African. Just an African. Or a white man. Just a white man. Whatever you are, whether Indian or Arab, be the best marketer of yourself. Come on. Brand yourself. Talk well about yourself. Many times, what you talk about yourself is what you attract to you. How do you expect me to join into your vision and your dream if you don't market yourself properly? People fear failure. Trust you me. One of the fears of humanity is failure. And no one wants to associate with failure. Believe you me. Or even worse, no one wants to associate with bad luck, or lack of blessing, or lack of favor. People want to hear favored people. You know, when you're favored, when you experience a blessing, when you experience a breakthrough, it is not pride. Talk about it. Market yourself. Because when you bring out the good aspects of you, you attract the right people, the right connections. Don't live a life without connectivity. Your purpose shapes your connectivity. So when you have a purpose, you attract the right connections. Attract destiny pillars to you. People that will encourage you. People that will give in monies to your dreams. People that will give in ideas to your monies. You know, you do not have everything. That is why you need connection. You cannot live your life alone. So you need to market yourself to the right people, the right companies, the right associations that will come to improve on your idea. Your idea is for others. That is behavior. By the way, behavior is towards others. So when you run a dream, when you run a vision, it is for others. It is to change somebody's life. That is what you will be remembered for. When you die, who will cry? Let me ask you again. When you are old, because I wish you long life, when you are old and frail and then you're dead, who will cry? Is it just you who will go down the grave crying? And remember, corpses don't cry. You need people who are alive to celebrate you when you're dead. To say, it was because of Lady so-and-so, Mr. so-and-so, that I achieved this vision. So when you have a purpose to change people's lives, it will shape your behavior. I'm talking about how do you dress, for example. And I'm talking about dressing smart. Smart. You know, sometimes people think of just dressing obscenely as negative. I'm talking about smart. I'm not talking about other issues that may touch on your culture, but I'm talking about just dressing smart. Do you know that colors have a psychology? I'm blind. But one thing I know is that you can play with people's minds with colors. When you dress with gloomy colors every day, you are telling people to think gloomy about you. Sometimes just go out and put on bright colors. I'm talking about color psychology. You know, when you appear before people and to favor you, how do you appear? Sometimes when these people shake your hands, you can tell from the handshake as they shake your hand. Read through their laughters. As they're shaking, you know, there is something they're saying when they're talking to you. Listen to the feedback as people are talking to you, the people that you're marketing yourself to. Read through the lines as they shake your hand, as they laugh, as they talk to you. Read through the lines. Enable people to carry you the way you want them to carry you. And by the way, sometimes you may be understated. You are not in control for that. I know we are living in a world of malice, a world of strife. So some people may want to understate you, giggle at you. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about the places where you want to market yourself at. Read the feedback. As you're talking to a crowd of people, how do you want them to take you? As you're talking to a crowd in church, a congregation, be confident. Purpose shapes the way you talk to people. Always respect people. Never underestimate the ability of people to help you through your destiny. So when you are talking to them, respect them. Respect your audience. How do you carry them in your mind? They may be in strife with you. They may be poor. But remember, even poor people deserve respect. There may be people that are, drunkards. And people that are just lost. But even those people need you for you to exercise whatever you are exercising, whether it is a business, whatever you're carrying in life. Sorry. I'm so passionate about these things. As I'm talking to you, I want you to understand that your purpose shapes your behavior. Start behaving correctly today. Don't just carry yourself anyhow. You are not just an African. You are not just a lady, just a woman. You are not just a person with disability. You are not just, an Arab or a white man. No, there is more to you. There is destiny. There are lives that are pegged on you. Start shaping your behavior now based on where you want to head to. I'm talking to great men and women now. I'm hearing you on the inside thinking of your behavior. Do you like your behavior? How do you behave to yourself in secret? What is your mindset? What is the behavior in your mind? How do you conduct yourself before your bosses, your children, your girlfriends, your boyfriends? How do you conduct yourself in the public? How do you conduct yourself in the social media? How do you air yourself? How do you sell your photos out there? Are you the kind of person that when you think about the things you've done, you want to hide your face? Remember, Treasures of Life Show is a place for a new beginning. So as I go for a break, let me invite you to a new beginning. Start a new behavior now. I'm speaking to heroes of Kenya, heroes of the world. Start your new behavior now. I'm talking about purpose shapes. You can get all our past videos on YouTube. Just tap Treasures of Life show. Remember to add the word show. This is Science TV. Just go to Science TV Kenya and check Treasures of Life show. Or you can check Jonas Simba show on YouTube, and you will learn. You will get emotionally enlightened. You know, lack of knowledge is dangerous. You need to access information. Let me encourage you, viewer, especially for those who share my faith, the Christian faith. One day, I will learn more about, the other religions. But I've learned a lot about the Christian faith. As a matter of fact, I've gone through theology. I have a Bachelor of Arts degree in Bible and theology. Can you imagine that? So I've learned so much about the Christian faith. And that is why I bring out aspects of some of the Christian things that I've learned in the Treasures of Life show. One good thing about information is that it empowers you. You can perish because you don't know. Believe you me, you can die out of hunger just because you are not aware that there is food 100 meters from where you are, or even less. So you need to access information. For those of you who are visually impaired like me, I encourage you, get speech software and just get a laptop or a computer, or just get somebody to read a book for you. Because when you access right information, you're empowered. You can't believe it. The amount of knowledge in people's heads, including Jonas Simba here. Yes. And my sign language interpreter, Jedida Wafula here. We have a wealth of information that can empower you. Information is power. Access information on how you can improve yourself. That is how you can be better. Maybe you're deaf, but you can read, or you can see the KSL interpreter. Access information. It is your right. It is your right to access information. What is your purpose in life? Your purpose will determine the kind of information you fight to access. One of the greatest injustices you can face in your country, if you're watching me across the borders, is for somebody to deny you the right to access information. It is dangerous. When somebody denies you the right to access knowledge, education is key. But regular information is important. I'm looking at a habit that you need to form, because a habit is the thing that you keep doing regularly, you keep doing repeatedly. May your habit be that you access information on a regular basis. That is a habit. When you keep doing something, when you keep doing it, you keep doing it every time. Sometimes you even you do it without knowing you're doing it. That is a habit. May your habit be that when you wake up in the morning, you are jumping on information. And I'm talking about accessing the correct information. Maybe it's a Bible reading. Maybe it's an inspiration. Don't access information that pushes you into indulgence, that pushes you into negativity. I'm talking about information that discourages. Come out of the habit, the regular practice of accessing information that pushes you away from what you want to do for life. Take, for instance, you want to be a politician, or you want to be a sportsman or a musician. Access information that inspires you towards your talent. Don't access information on haters, naysayers. It is enough for you to know people hate you. Don't go into details. Well, you know, sometimes I know I'm talking even to ladies, and I know one character of ladies is details. You know, it is enough for you to know that people hate you, that they say bad things about you, but resist the habit of going into details of what they are saying in hatred about you, because you will get discouraged. But when you hear somebody is encouraging you, get into the details of how they are encouraging you. Just imagine, I am the one encouraging you now, and I'm telling you, you are consistent. Think about your consistency. By the way, congratulations, well done for being consistent on following the Treasures of Life show. I'm speaking about my fans. I'm talking about people like Joseph of El Paso. There is another Joseph of Kitalale. I know you are watching me, Joseph Waproje. And I'm speaking about my fan. There is another fan I have, a lady, Elizabeth. I know you're watching me. The other lady in Kahawa West, just forgotten your name. Are you Jennifer? Yes. All the people who are in the habit of following the Treasures of Life show. By the way, Doctor, you are watching me, Dr. Nyaole from Athi River. Many people who are watching this show on a regular basis and giving feedback. I'm encouraging you to continue getting into the habit of inspiration. These are things you need to do in life, because when you hear from people who encourage you, you get encouraged, and you get encouraged in life. You get focused, you get energized. Purpose shapes your habits. What is the habit you have? What are your habits? I look at people on how they behave, and I know it comes out of their habits. What are the habits you adopt? Consider for a moment the things that you do without thinking. Are there some habits that you adopt that just pushes people off? You know, it amazes me for spouses, those who are married or those who have girlfriends and boyfriends. When you tell your spouse or your boyfriend or girlfriend to tell you the things they hate about you, you will be shocked. When you tell your children to tell you the things they just don't like about you, you will be shocked. Those things you do without knowing. You need to get out of some of those bad habits, because bad habits will push you away from your destiny pillars. You know, if you're in the habit of talking badly, just bringing out froth out of you, impulsive. Do you know that there are people who are just impulsive? They can just decide anything and they do it without thinking about the repercussions of those things on them. You know, if you have a destiny, if you have a purpose, that you have something to achieve for your nation, for your family, and for yourself, if you get yourself into, for example, a sexual relationship, for example, you will not just get into sex without protection. That is a habit. There are men who are in the habit of getting into sex relationships without protection. And then they get diseases. And then they just mess. They mess themselves up. They mess their destinies. So start getting yourself into the correct habits. Don't be impulsive. Don't just be a person who resigns from jobs without a reason. Just out of a small discouragement. You resign out of a job. Don't get yourself into the habit of giving up. Don't just give up. Don't be someone who just gives up anyhow. Fight through your destiny. Hold on to your destiny like you hold on to dear life. Don't give up on yourself. When you know you are headed somewhere, don't stop. When you know you have something that you're working on for your future, don't stop. Get into the habit of proper hygiene. Boys, I'm talking to men. Proper hygiene. Girls, I'm talking to ladies. Proper hygiene for yourself. Things that attract destiny to you. Do things deliberately. Speak like a king or a queen because you are one. You are the king that rules your territory. You are the queen that rules your territory. Don't just badmouth your destiny. I'm talking now about your thought life. What is your mindset? Do you self-loathe? When you think about yourself, do you think of the weight that you have on you? You hate yourself because of your weight? Come on. You can do better than that. Start thinking correctly about you because your destiny will determine how you think about yourself. Well, you can get out there and exercise and work on yourself. Yes, you can do something about your body endowment, but you are perfect in your imperfection. You need to do things that better your mindset, better the way you think about yourself. Sometimes people try to shape your mindset for you. Let your purpose shape the habit on how you think about yourself. How do you think about yourself? What is the mindset that you have for you? Sometimes you imagine that the good things are meant for others. Good things are meant for you also. A friend of mine bought a very good toy for their child. And this is no offense to my white viewers. I love white people. They are one of my best friends. I have them as my close friends. God is my witness. I have them as my friends. But one character about white people, for some reason, here where we are, many of them are endowed with wealth. So my friend buys a toy for his child. And the child gets the toy and says, wow, a toy like those of white people. My friend rebuked the child immediately and said, good things are not just for white people. Good things are also for Africans. And I got the logic immediately. What is your mindset? Do you think that good things are just for the West, for the South, for the North, for the East, and not for your country? For heaven's sake, you are in Pakistan, you are in Kenya, you are in South Africa, but you deserve good things. I know I'm talking to people in South Africa that are facing power cuts. Sorry. You also deserve constant supply of electricity. I know people in Nigeria who want to run out of their country because of power cuts. But you deserve constant supply of electricity. So you should not be shaped, by those that are above you to think negatively about yourself. You may be put in a constant deprivation of power until you think you don't deserve constant supply of power. You deserve it. People may deny you love until you imagine you don't deserve love. You may be on a wheelchair, but you deserve love. You can win a girlfriend, you can win a boyfriend, you can get a family, much as you're a person with disability. You deserve the best in life. Get yourself in the habit of thinking the best of yourself. What do you want for yourself? Take stock of your life for a moment. What do you deserve for your health? What do you deserve? What do you need? What do you desire for your health life? Your emotional life? Even poor people have a right to be happy. Nobody should deny you the right to be happy. Access entertainment. Come on. Access football. Access goal ball for those who play goal ball. You know, access the table tennis for the blind. Showdown. I play showdown. Access entertainment. You know, let nobody deny you entertainment. Let nobody deny you relaxation in life. Because life is a blessing from God. Access the good things in your country. Financial success in your country is also for you. And I'm just about to go for a break. You deserve family. You deserve collaboration. You deserve respect. You deserve good leadership. Purpose shapes the habit that you adopt in your mindset. How do you constantly think about yourself? Think the best about you because you're a king and a queen. And I'm glad to talk to you. Purpose shapes. Purpose shapes. That is my topic today. You can always follow our past shows on YouTube. Just tap Treasures of Life show. Always remember to add the word show. Or you can go to Jonas Simba show and get the past videos there and learn. You know, when I'm talking to you about your purpose, I'm talking to you about your destiny. I'm talking to you about what makes you. Sometimes it is out of lack of knowledge of where we are headed to that we get into bad habits, we get into indulgences, we get into issues that entangle us, delay us, derail us from our destinies, from our purposes in life. You know, there is something about pursuing your destiny. You cannot pursue your destiny without realizing that you have a purpose while you're alive. There is a very special role that only you can, accomplish. And I always say it on this show. You are the most beautiful person that ever lived, and there will be none other. Once you're done and dusted, there'll be no other you. It is only you that is the best version of you. There will be no other more beautiful person than you. There will be no better version of you. So be the original you today. Start acting out your purpose now by shaping not just your behavior, not just your habit, but your character. This is an emotional intelligence show. Allow me to dig into sensitive issues of your mind. What is your mental habit? The constant mental habits you adopt describes your character. If your mind is full of fear, then you're a fearful person. If your mind is full of anger, then you're an angry person. If your mind is full of sorrow, then you're a sorrowful person. Allow me to be sorry for the issues of life that we go through. You know, life is not a straight line. Things happen in life that are heavy, and we cannot downplay these issues. But do your best to put your luggage down, your mental luggage down, so that you don't get into depression. Because the moment you allow mental heaviness on you, then you're entangling yourself. Have you ever heard someone talk of mental slavery? I heard a song, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Free yourself from mental slavery. By the way, it sounds like just a lyric in a reggae song. But it is true. Many times we are enslaved in our minds into a certain character without noticing. Manipulation is like witchcraft. And we are manipulated by our surroundings to focus in a certain direction. Do you know why an elephant cannot fight a lion? Have you ever thought for a moment that an elephant is heavier than a lion? But it is in the power of the mind that the lion puts the elephant down. It is in the power of the mind. Start creating a character in your mind of freedom. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated into evil. Shape your purpose from your mind. Don't be manipulated into self-destruction. You regret later when you destroy your destiny. Just imagine a young man with a bright future committing suicide because they cannot take a bad grade. Do you know you are better than a school grade? Do you know you are able to go beyond a failure in school and achieve in life? Many have done it. Read the stories of people like Bill Gates, some of the top 5 richest people in the world. Some of them overcame poor grades. Yeah. There were people who never finished campus, and I'm not encouraging anybody to drop out of school. But you can overcome anything that you think is so heavy. There is nothing that doesn't have a solution. All things properly dissected can be solved. There is nothing without a solution. All things have a solution. Don't be cheated into hopelessness, despair, and finally suicide because of thinking that what you are experiencing doesn't have a solution. There are many other people that are overcoming heavier things than you're fighting. They are overcoming. Mark my words. There are people overcoming heavier things than what you're fighting. You know, sometimes it is good to get out there and listen to people's experiences. You are despairing because of your little salary, because of the car you drive. Some people don't even drive. You are despairing because of the brand of shoes you're wearing. Some people don't even have legs to put on shoes. You are despairing because your team, I'm an Arsenal fan. And Arsenal now is top on the box. Yeah, EPL. But you are despairing because your team is not performing well. Some people don't have that laxity of even watching football, enjoying it the way you are enjoying it. Just the fact that you're a citizen of your country is enough blessing. Don't give up on your country. Pray for your country. Work hard for your nation. You may be in the middle of an economic trouble, but everything has a solution. One day, your country will prosper. I'm speaking to people that are facing earthquakes, somewhere in Syria, somewhere in Turkey. Don't despair. You can come out of any economic turmoil. It all begins in your mind. Shape your character. Shape your mindset. Sometimes how you behave morally comes out of your mind. How do you behave towards your spouse? Are you a wife beater? Allow me to talk to those who fight in their homes for a second, because this is the Treasures of Life show. We talk about issues of life. It all begins in your mind. Are you feeling threatened? That's why you're getting into domestic violence. I know some women nowadays beat up their husbands. I know men beat up their wives. Are you in domestic violence? How are you behaving? Morally shape your character out of the purpose that you want to achieve. You want a family. You want a stable family. It doesn't come out of domestic violence. Start today working for peace. And let me say it again. It is only in a relationship where peace is above right. You don't have to be right. You don't have to be right all the time. For the sake of peace, sometimes, for the sake of peace, you do away with showing that you're right, just for the sake of peace. Work for peace because you have a purpose of a stable family. What can you do to achieve a peaceful home? Dissect the issues of life that you're facing. Are you facing financial turmoil? Start thinking of the character that you need to adopt to achieve financial success. It may be working harder. It may be connecting more. It may be connecting with mentors, being somebody's mentee, being a good mentee, obedient to some of the lessons that you are taught by your mentors. It helps. You know, as a country, you may have the best of prophets. Believe you me, the best of priests and sheikhs. But you may still have wrong leaders. You need to find a way of connecting the prophets of your land, the priests of your land, with leadership. Why is it that some countries have the most powerful prophets you can think about, but still there is a problem in leadership? It is because there is a disconnect. Character demands that you create a habit of exercising the things that you are taught into your lifestyle. There are people who are ever being taught but never learning. May it be far from us as a country to keep on being taught but never learning. We have prophets. We have priests. We have mentors in our land. We have the elders. We have the best of teachers. So let it reflect in our leaderships, in our businesses. Let it reflect in our marketplaces. Why the disconnect? Somebody needs to build our character. The strength of our society is determined in how we treat the weak. I love when I see people treating the weak in decency, pulling them up. You know, right now there is drought that we are experiencing. How are we behaving towards them that are facing hunger? Are we blaming them for things that are out of their control? We need to support them so that they come out of their hunger issues. When you see your brother hungry, don't just tell them, God bless you. No, go beyond. Go the extra mile. Feed them. Give them something to eat for the day. Go even further and empower them economically. I had someone say, go beyond giving them the fish. Give them the fish because they can't listen to you. But after giving them the fish, give them the net. So that tomorrow you will find them and they will feed you when you visit them. Let our purpose as a nation shape our characters. We have some of the best youth you can think about. Move around our youth. Best talents. By the way, I'm in Kenya and I intermingle with Kenyans. I mingle with us. And I know we have talent amongst our youth. Do we give our youth room to exercise their potential? When you have the habit of insecurity as a leader, denying the youth opportunities because you're scared that they will take your position, from you, you are messing up your purpose. Because one of the best qualities of a leader is bringing up leaders. You are not a success when you don't bring up others. Learn the habit of bringing up the youth, encouraging them, showing them how to lead businesses, how to be leaders, how to flourish in their areas of talent and skill. We have the different sectors where we are experiencing gaps, be it the health sector, tourism sector, agriculture sector. Our purpose will shape our character as leaders to our young people to occupy these sectors. I'm talking about getting into hospital, desiring to be treated, but you're getting doctors and nurses that are not doing what they need to do. The character of our medics is only shaped when they identify their purpose. When you create a cup, that cup is meant to carry water or a drink, no other purpose. So when you are formed as a medic, your role is to reach out to the sick. So let us start discovering our purpose. It will shape our personalities in our different careers and professions. As teachers, as doctors, nurses, as sportsmen, as entertainers, as leaders, as pastors. What kind of personality are we creating? Sometimes I look at young people and the way they dress. Thank God I'm blind. And I'm not against the wonderful dressing that I see. But sometimes your purpose will shape how you dress. Dress according to the personality that you want to adopt. How do you want people to take you? How do you want to be taken, to be carried, to be thought about? What is the legacy you are creating? Believe it or not, your